everybody. It's Big Turk, Kevy, and Cam. Welcome back to Buddy's Spirits and Cigars. Today's episode might be a little different. First of all, we want to say congratulations to our two winners of the bourbon samples. They are subscribed to our channel, and they're the only two that entered. So I was really surprised that our fan base wasn't interested in some free bourbon samples. So we will get with Tim and Brad, and we'll get with you guys and get your address and either meet up with you since you guys are local or get it shipped to you, whichever the case is. And but congratulations to you guys.
Yes, congratulations. Thank you too.
Yeah, definitely. Appreciate you subscribing and the support. Appreciate all of you subscribing and your support. And if there's any of you that have some friends that are interested in this stuff, please invite them. We would love to have them in our fan base. Next order of business, we still are very appreciative to Kinley Treat. She has definitely helped us out tremendously with some sponsorships to the show, and definitely want to say thank you to her.
Yes, thank you.
For sure.
Some upcoming events. We are going to have Bourbon Santa on the show. If you guys have not checked him out yet, when you go to our YouTube page, you can go to channels, and he is one of the featured channels that we have on our YouTube page. So go check him out. He's got some good reviews. Matter of fact, he just got through reviewing Weller Special Reserve and Weller Antique 107. So he's on there sometimes 2 or 3 times a day. Just kind of depends how much time he has, but he does a really good job.
Join his Patreon group too.
Yeah, his Patreon group he has different membership levels. That's where you get the bourbon samples and stuff like that. So, man, he's killing it. We have a good time in the Patreon group and talking with all the other members and sharing our bourbon finds and all that kind of stuff. So it's a good time. So look forward to him being on the show. And then we also have some news. We have a gigantic opportunity that is coming up for all of you guys that enjoy cigars. This is a top-notch opportunity. I'm so excited about it.
Very exciting.
We can't release the details just yet because we're trying to nail down the exact time frame and everything. So somewhere around the second week of December. So
that's the plan anyway.
That's as far as I can give you on the details. But as soon as we have those nailed down and have everything in stone, we will release all that. We'll create an event on our Facebook page, and it's going to be a live event. So we're going to try to do it on a Friday sometime in December. So we won't do it around Christmas time. So we're going to try to do it prior to that. So that's as narrow as I can really get it at this point in time. So
it won't be Christmas Eve and it won't be New Year's Eve.
Exactly.
Or Christmas Day.
So, man, we're so excited about it. It is huge. Also, we have some merchandise that we are working on. We got some t-shirt ideas coming. So maybe by the next episode, we may be able to wear a sample or something.
Yeah,
I mean, it's quite possible.
Maybe.
So we're excited about all that stuff. You guys are interested. We'll let you know details about that once we have them. And y'all ready to get into the
Absolutely.
the bourbon?
Yes.
All right.
Is it bourbon?
Well, that depends.
That depends.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's
It's brown.
it is brown. There is it depends. So on the hardcore bourbon guys, they like to say no.
Uh-huh.
But the company that put this out,
Yeah.
they're saying yeah.
Oh, well, it's got a wonderful nose.
I was really impressed. I poured this in and smelled. So I kind of cheated as far as that goes. Now I did not taste it, but I was smelling it, and it's got like some cherries or something.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's almost like a
really good.
a cherry vanilla, like cherry vanilla Dr. Pepper maybe, or I don't know. It smells just
So
wonderful.
we'll get into your portion of this.
Yeah.
Spicy, not spicy.
It does not smell spicy.
Does it not?
No.
Well,
No,
what does
I
it
don't
smell
think so.
like then?
Well,
You smell nothing.
I mean, I smell stuff.
You smell stuff, but you don't know what it.
I
what stuff.
wouldn't say that I smell cherry vanilla.
Do you
But
smell
when
any
you
fruit
put
at
those
all?
words on it, I mean, I smell it and I'm like, you know what?
Do you smell any fruit at all? Like
No, I smell.
Do you smell something that smells like kind of sweet?
I've already said it doesn't smell spicy, but now that I'm sticking my nose back in it and y'all are asking me what it smells like,
You're still
spicy comes right up.
Spicy
to the-
comes up now.
Spicy.
Is it kind of like Mr. Pibb, one of those spicy cherry cola things? You know.
Yeah, maybe so.
Yeah.
All right, let's dive in.
Yeah, let's try it.
There's a lot on the front end. It's I don't know.
Yeah, I'm like you. It's not. There's almost some astringency to it on the finish.
It kind of, the back end has some spice to it. Some of that barrel spiciness. I mean, it's not like hot, real hot or
No,
anything.
no, it's.
Now that you've tried, what do you think?
This is not my favorite. And it's not that it's spicy. It's something hit me right on the middle tongue there.
Yeah.
Just wham.
Wham! Didn't like it.
Woo.
I don't know if it's that the oaky, or is it kind of a woody type? I mean, man,
Listen.
I'll say this. I think the nose is better than the palate.
I'll give you that.
Yeah.
I
I'll give
agree.
you that.
Yeah.
I agree.
I mean, man, I would wear this shit as cologne. I mean, to me, it smells that good.
I mean, I wouldn't go that far for
Well,
me.
but I'm a fat guy, so I mean, it
Well, but I mean, I don't think the local police officers
well, okay.
would care.
You're right. You're right. I mean, I don't want to end up in
You can,
handcuffs.
I don't know.
Man,
So I'll just kind of reveal what it is, and then we'll just kind of
Yeah.
go from there.
because
This is Legent.
I've heard of it. I've seen bottles. I just have not.
Legent. It is.
Let me see the front of that bottle.
This is.
It's a finished one, is it not?
This is 94 proof.
Okay.
So a little bit about this. I don't know if you guys know, but Suntory bought out Jim Beam. Mm-hmm. 6, 7, somewhere in that time frame, years ago. And so they took one of the master blenders from there.
Master blenders.
Let me see. I can't remember his name right off the top of my head, but anyway, one of the master blenders from there, and then a master distiller, Fred No, from Jim
Okay,
Beam.
from Jim Beam, yeah.
And these guys got together. So Fred blended it, or distilled it, and then the Japanese guy, he ended up blending it, and it's partially aged in sherry oak casks. So
Okay.
because that's where the controversy comes in for all of the bourbon guys.
Yeah,
because
because
it should be in a virgin oak
Yeah.
barrel and shouldn't move from that, and because it did,
Then is it really bourbon? It's yeah,
Exactly.
it's
So what would it be if it's not a bourbon? What?
it'd be just be a whiskey,
whiskey?
yeah.
just whiskey.
But it is 75% corn,
Yeah.
so and then 13% rye.
So
and then
was
you
did
have
it
some of the malted barley in there, about
did
12%.
it start
I think
off
it was.
in like new charred oak barrels, or did it go right into?
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, but once it left
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
and then the blending came in, and it
Uh-huh,
goes
then-
into a
yeah.
sherry oak cask and
Yeah.
all that stuff. I think that's where the controversy comes up with the bourbon, not bourbon kind of thing.
Yeah. If it hadn't rested in the sherry oak, then it would be Legent bourbon, not Legent whatever they call it. Where it would still be bourbon, but there wouldn't be a controversy about it being a bourbon. I guess
Yeah.
is what you're trying to say.
You know, after this airs out a little bit,
Was it?
it's got a little I don't know. Is that like a brown sugar sweetness?
I don't know. Let me see.
Kind of. I don't know. It's not bad in my opinion, and it's not terribly priced. I think that was around 60ish a bottle, something like that. It's 94 proof, so it's not. We're sub 100, bro.
Yeah.
But you're still not liking it.
Yeah.
So
No,
it's
this-
not that. Well, now you can have. Now, the alcohol volume doesn't necessarily depend upon the smoothness, if you will, of a bourbon.
I mean, it's not spicy. It's just not my favorite flavor. That
Yeah.
whatever it is that hits me right there in
Yeah.
the middle tongue, just
Well, let me ask you this.
it's not my favorite thing in the
this
world.
or Angel's Envy?
Oh God, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Which this has
Angel's
some
Envy?
wine barrel
Yeah.
finish in it as well.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
they aged it in some, because this is partially aged in the sherry oak cask, and then I can't remember. Maybe it's a wine and sherry oak cask. So I don't know, man. It's got some spice to it. I can't say that it doesn't.
No, I mean it's. I'm getting that that kind of the Kentucky hug again. It's there.
Maybe instead of like a full hug, it's kind of
Yeah.
like a side hug.
Yeah, maybe.
You know.
Yeah,
More of like an awkward ass out hug.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
the stepbrother's brother hug. Like they
Uh-huh.
tried to do at the Catalina wine mixer.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the hug.
That's the hug you're
That's the
thinking
hug.
of.
Catalina wine mixer.
See, I'm thinking like the awkward hug with like that girls do, where they they're like frenemies and they like kick up a leg or something like that.
Ah, yuck.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Ah, yuck.
So anyway, that's Legent from Suntory. From Beam Suntory is what it's called now. So
Beam Suntory.
Beam Suntory. So anyway,
Yeah.
West needs to get together and
And
here's
come up with that.
yeah.
And
And a lot of guys there's some that were actually disappointed because they thought some of the Japanese whiskey and Jim Beam bourbon were going to be mixed. They come up with a mixture, and
Yeah.
a lot of people are really looking forward to that. And
it hasn't happened.
that is not what that
Yeah,
is.
no.
So
Yeah.
there was a little bit of disappointment, but it's still not bad. So anyway. The stogie we are having today is a Rocky Patel 55. And this particular stogie, Rocky Patel came up with this blend whenever he turned 55 years old.
Oh,
It's
okay.
the 55. It is a Nicaraguan Habano wrapper.
Okay.
Pretty good smoke, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Not terrible.
It's a small batch. It's the Artisan series, and it's a good smoke.
Yeah.
I'm a fan.
Yeah.
Rocky Patel is kind of my first love as far as stogies go for premium stogies. So I always have that foundation with
Yeah.
started with
Yeah.
him, and then I'm not afraid to branch out. Some people are kind of closed-minded, and they'll find one thing they like or one brand they like, and that's
That's
where
what
they
they
stay.
do,
That's
yeah.
it. Not me. I'll try various brands and things that have good reviews, and some of the things that had good reviews, I just wasn't in my wheelhouse. But that's kind of with anything, really. I mean, you
I
gotta think unless you try it yourself, you don't know.
Yeah.
In that sense of bourbons and stogies,
I think one episode, we should do like, I don't know, some, black and mild wine and maybe some Mad Dog, or, relive some of our younger days, so to speak.
Oh my gosh, we got to get him some Zima.
Yeah, Zima.
You got to try some
I
Zima.
think I've had Zima.
Really?
I think we talked about this where I think I had it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a,
Went with the family down to Little Creek and took some Zima with me. I think.
yeah.
I feel like if you really have had Zima, you wouldn't forget it.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't know, man.
you ever drink Alka-Seltzer, like, plop, plop, fizz, fizz, oh, what a relief it is? Well, imagine that chilled, and that's Zima. I mean, it really...
This
You really
is
think
close.
it's that bad?
Man, from what I remember, now granted...
I don't think it's that bad.
I probably
mean, it's
was-
not like medicine.
I mean, I wasn't like of legal age to be able to drink it when I drank it last.
You was
so-
too? How dare you say that?
Well, I mean, I'm going to be honest. I mean, I drank before I was 21, just FYI. Don't do that, though. That's bad. For anybody that's
Bad,
watching
okay.
that's not of age.
That's
Yeah.
bad,
And
okay.
if you do that, you'll be bad. Okay.
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 If you do that, you're bad too. Okay.
That reminds me. What is the? Is it Mr. Garrison that does the song that you played the other? You know, when you first started working with us, it was it Mr. Garrison?
Hard cowboy.
Yeah, that one.
I think so.
Yeah. Okay. No, it's Mr. Mackey.
There you
Yeah,
go.
Mr. Mackey, because Mr. Garrison has Mr. Hand.
That's Mr. Ham.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, and then somebody has Mr. Hanky the Christmas Pooh. But
You know, speaking of these famous actors and stuff that you guys are talking about, do you know how you follow Will Smith in the snow?
I do. Do
Do
you?
you? You follow the Fresh Prince.
Wonderful.
Yes, I knew that.
Do you guys know what the difference between a well-dressed man on a tricycle and a poorly dressed man on a bicycle? Attire.
That's legit. I mean, you're not wrong. I think quit putting it on that side.
Well, I've got nothing else really. Do you have anything else?
You have no dad jokes. You came unprepared,
I came
bro.
unprepared.
Here's one.
All right, go ahead.
So, you've met Cray.
Yes.
He's a purebred.
He's not. He's a purebred mutt.
Yeah, he's a purebred.
He's a
mutt.
handsome devil.
Well, I keep taking him to the pond, and the ducks keep attacking him. Can you believe it? And it's
Well, I mean, he is a doodle, so I mean,
and it's the one time that I regret having a purebred. It doesn't work with Cray. But
no, it doesn't.
Yeah.
Now,
He's
if
a
I were to
designer
say-
dog.
Yeah. Now I've got purebreds. You know, I'm sorry, but I shop. I don't adopt. I mean, here, smack my hand. I mean, I'm sorry. I love
sell, I
corgis.
don't.
I mean, I love corgis. They just can't help it. Didn't even know anything about corgis until my wife said, "Oh, we're getting a corgi," and I was like, "What?" And well, I didn't want the dog. I was mad about it.
Well,
But as all
Yeah, I mean, cliche,
As all
but
boomer
I
fathers
love.
do,
Yeah,
you,
I love that dog.
grew to love those
Yes,
dogs. Now they're your dogs.
they're my dogs. Yes,
They're no one else's
Yes.
dogs but your dogs.
yes. I am their human. To
When they say, "Daddy, where's Daddy?" at that house, them dogs light up and they start looking for that guy.
Yeah, because well,
It's adorable, but you know,
what can I say?
who would have thought it would have happened at that guy's house?
Yeah, because I really didn't like. It's not that I didn't like dogs. It's just that I wasn't a dog or a pet person.
you're the dog father.
I've got a shirt that says that.
Oh, tell them about the shirt you and is it Baxter?
Betty.
Betty.
Yeah.
You and Betty have.
Well,
they got to know about the shirt.
Yeah, Cam, go ahead. You.
It's really a meta happening here, all right?
It's hilarious.
Because once again, I didn't want the dog. I was
So-
mad when I found out that I was getting it.
I walk into one of the nurses' stations at the local hospitals, and there is a picture hung up of this guy with a T-shirt on, and on the T-shirt is a picture of his dog. His dog, which is in the picture with him, not the one in the T-shirt, but the dog in the picture with him has a T-shirt on, and it's a picture of him.
I mean, it's
Incredible.
Yeah,
incredible.
They
I
have
love it.
T-shirts with pictures of
Dude,
each
it
other
just-
on them.
Oh my God. It's too much. It's overwhelming.
It's
really.
kind of like when you go to the old time barber shops where you got a mirror here and a mirror there, and you,
Yeah,
just,
yeah.
you just stare off
You
into
just-
infinity.
Yeah. What else
exactly
do you
what
have
it
to do
is.
while they're cutting your hair?
I mean,
You start looking at that picture and you start developing this 1,000-yard
Yeah.
stare. You just
Now, when you get to the level of hair that I'm at on my dome here, you don't get that privilege anymore. You just
just take care of that.
you
at your
just
home,
cut the
or-
few twigs that you got up there, and you're done-ski.
Yeah. I mean, I would not be upset if my hair were like your hair. I don't think I would.
I mean,
anyway.
you can make it that way,
Well, I
real
could.
easy.
I could. I don't think my wife would like that right now.
I made
I mean,
my
I'm
hair
getting
like
there.
that once.
Well, I mean-
I'm kind of getting there.
In all fairness, she did something that you didn't like and got the dogs.
Well, that's true, but she did. You know, I did grow to love those dogs.
And she
She
might
might grow
grow
to
to
love
love
that.
a good
Well,
old-fashioned bald head.
Bald,
I
the
mean,
bald head.
She loves me anyway. whether I have,
Right.
Yeah, right, right.
I mean, if I had your hair, she may not love me anymore.
The golden locks.
Well,
Do you VO5 that, man? The hot oil? Do you know what I'm talking
I have no idea what you're even talking
The
about.
VO5 hot oil. You don't know?
No.
Wow.
So I'll say no, I don't.
No,
but
well, it shows your age.
You know exactly
shows
what I'm
our
talking
age,
about,
yeah.
though, don't you?
Yeah.
I did make my hair like that though once.
What were your
Like-
thoughts?
What?
It was finals week at college, and I had taken a lot of C4 pre-workout one night trying to study, and my buddy just so happened to have just finished buzzing his head, and I'm like,
So you got in line.
boy, there ain't much to do tonight but study, and well, I guess now cut my hair. So I went to the bathroom and eat right off. Next day, had to go to class and give a speech on how to climb a building and not get caught. It got me an A. The speech got me an A.
Well, I mean, I feel like
The
you're
speech-
probably speaking from experience there.
The professor had never heard the speech in 25 years of teaching speech. So I felt pretty good about it.
I'll be
well,
honest,
absolutely,
I'm
you
not
should.
surprised somebody like you came up with something he's never heard in his
Yeah.
life.
Who's a she?
And you got shit.
Bigot.
But you got to think about how many speeches they've heard in 25 years of teaching.
Yeah.
Dude, in
For
that
you to come up with something.
in that class alone,
they've
there were
never
like
heard.
25 speeches.
Yeah.
Now there's another speech class, so you know that's another
So
25.
they've heard it at a minimum, probably of 500 speeches.
Boy,
You're the one that hasn't been there yet.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, if say there's 50 speeches a semester, and there's 2 semesters. Let's say 3. I mean, do they do it this summer? So that's 150
per year for 25
Well, let's
years.
just say 100.
Oh, yeah.
Let's just say 100. So I mean,
I was just
What?
doing one class a year,
Yeah.
and so I mean,
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
double
absolutely.
that, so you're
Yeah.
at 1,000, you're 1,500.
yeah, easy. Wow. I mean,
Wow.
good for you.
You know,
Yeah.
Did you
How's
get
accountability?
like a special award or anything for that?
You believe it or not, no. But I did use the table as a prop.
Did you? Was that before you shaved your hair? Did you have a dreadlock at the time?
No, that was after.
That was after the dreadlock.
Yeah. I grew my hair out from that point.
So the dreadlock,
dreadlock.
was after, not the shaved head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dreadlock after shaved head.
Yeah, okay.
It went from shaved head, grew my hair for a few years, and then my hair got long enough, and I a couple dreadlocks, threw them on there.
Wow.
I mean, how does one go about getting dreadlocks? Because my understanding is that you basically don't wash your hair.
No, this happened in 5 minutes. I had 2 dreadlocks in 5 minutes. It was crazy. Maybe 10 minutes.
Go buy 'em
5 per.
Buy 'em at Target or
Did you
something.
did you do extensions or something?
No. So you take dry shampoo, you dump it on the little cord of hair. You got to isolate your hair. Dump some dry
say
shampoo
cord?
on cord of
Like
hair.
corduroy?
Yeah, corduroy. And so you take that, you put dry shampoo on it, then you ruffle that up a little bit. You just kind of brush back against the grain, basically.
No, I mean, my hair's
And
never
that
been that
will-
long.
That will tangle your hair and wire it up, and then you start rolling that. You form that into a dread. Boom. You got yourself dread.
Yeah.
And it stayed. They stayed.
That ain't for me.
2 of them.
Yeah.
Right on the back of the head.
Yeah, just not for me.
No, I'm out.
Yeah.
That
I'd
seems
love-
like a.
Of course.
I'd love to have them back.
Well, I know you would, but you're one of those guys.
If
and
that's
I'm
what
one of these guys.
If
so.
that's what it took for me to have hair again, I'd just be out. I'm just gonna stay bald.
Yeah, I think my wife would let me shave my hair before she would let me have a dreadlock. I mean,
Yeah. Well, try it out.
no, but I don't want dreadlocks. So
But you got to do like a single one, like at the top of your head right here, and
Yeah.
I'd like to go for like that.
a single braid.
I watched, what is it, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, Crouching Tiger.
Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, the dragon, and I don't know how I know that because I haven't seen it.
There are a lot of dudes with that hair that's back here and then ponytail. I don't want to call it a monk cut.
Maybe you can
'cause I feel
swing
like
your
that's
head. You can
not
swing your
it.
ponytail around
But
with like a knife in it.
it's
or
almost like a
something.
skullet.
People.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I want one. I want one pretty bad.
This
I
is
mean,
terrible.
how? I'm trying to figure out how.
But I'm
you could-
afraid of the damage that would be done to the hair in front of that point. Like,
Well, I mean,
you
once you
shave it off and it's just, whoosh, and then you're tired of this, so you're like, I'll just grow this back out. What if that comes back totally different hair?
But it's funny. So
I don't
when
want that to happen to my hair. I like it.
For the longest time when I was starting the 2nd grade, so I was a wee little lad.
Yeah.
Wasn't terribly little at the time. I mean, I was
No,
big
I
for.
don't,
I've
I
always
don't
been big for
imagine
my
you've
age.
ever been little.
Yeah. Anywho's,
Well, it's not.
You call me fat?
That's not a fat thing.
you call
The
me
dude's
fat?
big. He's big boned.
Like that's where
He's
we're
big
going.
boned as it. You see that guy's femurs, they're like that.
Yeah, I'm big boned. Yeah, I'm not fat. I'm big boned. Yeah. Ask your mom about that.
Oh, God.
She'd say no, he's fat. But anyway,
She's a saint.
I'm sure she is.
She is a saint. Look what she
Anyway,
had to put up with.
yeah, that's true. Anyways,
Go
so
on.
from the time that I was in the second grade to the time that I was like finishing up my junior year of high school, I wore a flat top. So, boomer. I was a boomer then.
Yep.
Go ahead. Say
Boomer.
it. Yeah. But I had straight hair prior to the flat top. But when I decided to let it grow out, it was very, very curly. It was almost like Seth Rogen or Jonah Hill. I mean, I kind of had that type of fro type thing. It was so long up here, stuck up, where just kind of, I could, bring it down and like chew on it. Yeah. So.
See, I don't want something like that to happen. I don't want my hair to change its texture and style.
Well, I mean, you do have some nice hair. I must admit, it's nice to run my fingers through. It's just a nice.
We're going to end the show right there before this goes any further than I'm sitting between these two, and that's the bad thing. So thank you to all of our sponsors. Thank you to our followers, and we appreciate your support, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Yes. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye.